few things happened today. Today I signed my first ever lease. Moving to Melbourne, moving out to spread my wings. 10:53, Friday the 30th of June. I think I'm at a chapter of my life where there's so much opportunity coming, and I could never have imagined to even begin to be close to the position I'm in now.
Get it off my face.
Vlog the day in the life of the crazy quails. Do you reckon that's what happens in reality shows? Like people walk around with tiny little cameras like that, and people just get along with their merry.
I've been on a reality show.
Huh?
I've been on a reality show that don't walk around with little cameras like this.
I'm not talking about your dud of a reality show.
Why did it spin? How do you make it do that?
Crazy reality show. It was
Shit. A shit reality show.
the shittest reality TV show.
I could never have imagined to be in this position. You know, I've got 15 mentors or something working for me now, 100 plus teens, and I picked up this camera, brought this camera and this microphone for the reason to follow along in this build. The build of the biggest teenage mentor program in the world that's already has impacted lives of teenage boys in Australia and changed lives, and I have no doubt it's going to do the exact same thing for hundreds of thousands of kids across the world. And I wanted to pick the camera up now because I know I'm on the brink of something which I won't quite forget. I won't quite remember the small nuanced moments in between, because there's going to be so much happening, so many highs, so much new challenges and new victories and everything else in between, that these small moments, these nighttime thoughts, I'll forget what I had, and I don't want ever to forget that. And I think on YouTube there's not enough. There's not quite that zero to hero build, and there's the big budget entrepreneurs, the Stephen Bartletts of the world, who are doing their vlogs, which are awesome, but I want this to be the young fella from Australia who's doing it without the big budgets, with his handheld camera, and just documenting the raw thoughts, the small moments in between, and taking you along the ride, you being future me, for what is going to be probably the most unforgettable period of my life. And I say that with great conviction. So I'm not sure how I'll go. I'm not sure if this will ever make it in any sort of final cut, but I'm going to pick up this camera. I'm going to speak to this camera when I can, and we're going to capture an unforgettable ride. What I find is that I struggle a lot with body image, and I think a lot of young people do in today's day and age with the social media world and comparison culture and all that. And I think I'm not alone in feeling that way, but for me it's not much more about like struggling with how I look, but I think it comes when I know I could be doing more. So in those patches where I'm not working out or I'm not exercising as much as I know I should be or know I could be, that's when that struggle with body image comes in a lot. And I think it's a common theme for a lot of where my anxieties as such can stem from, is knowing that I could be doing more, and knowing that I'm not leaving, knowing that I am leaving something in the tank. So like, yeah, one simple workout like that just makes me feel a lot better, just because of the fact, you've just done the thing. Yeah, it's the same with like work. I get anxious about, the work and business when I know maybe in those times where I'm relaxing a bit and I know I could be doing more. Again, sometimes it's toxic, whatever, but for me it's what works. And usually that feeling of anxiety that I feel, and it might be relatable for anyone listening, is more of a sign or a signal from yourself that you could be doing more. I've woken up again with I couldn't sleep last night. I was up until about 2 a.m. not doing anything, but just couldn't sleep. And I've woken up today with just a bit of a shitty mood, and I'm not usually like this. Like, I don't ever really feel like not working, but today, for whatever reason, I just don't really feel like working. And I think I'm going to go to the gym again, just chill, switch off a bit, and then sort of hit into some things tonight. But I think it's just that weight now. I've just been like, oh, this is real. You know, I'm sort of pushing to get another 10 mentors on board and a part of Blues and Greens by, end of the month. End of next month, end of July. And then like now, there's the team's growing so quick and there's boys coming full time. So I think I just woke up that weight of like, yeah, this is real. And it's just something to adjust to. Look, I even look like shit just looking at myself there. Oh, pasty and tired and yeah, just don't quite feel myself, which is all right. And this is like, it's a part of it. And I think I'm happy to have a day like today where maybe I just don't sit at my desk and I go to the gym, or might even go outside for a walk or something like that. It's been a huge sort of last few weeks, and it's only going to continue to get busier, more serious and more heavy. And I'm not used to feeling this weight. It excites me because it's like, I know this is, I know on the other side of this is like everything I want. And this is like what this is what I look for. Like I love the challenge, and I love the feeling of that, uncertainty, discomfort of what's going to be on the other side. And it's all, if you had have asked me months ago, I would have dreamt to have this position. So it's all just a bit of champagne problems really, but I'm fucking excited. Like I'm excited as fuck.
Because I look at it as if you've got all these great ideas and then something happens with someone and you think, I'm going to palm this off. What's going on?
I wasn't sure exactly what you wanted from me, so I kind of just did the role of a Blues and Greens mentor, 3 pillars of mentor: what we are versus what we're not, our mission, our core beliefs, our operating values. And yeah, look, I'll run you through sort of my advice or best approach. Is what I usually like to say is, just, I don't know, show my Instagram, share a Instagram post to him, something like that, and just mention, I chatted to Harry today, he does some teenage mentoring. And from there, what we usually do is we send him out a message, so we match Will with the mentor who would generally get the best results out of him. So could be me, could be Taj, could be Zach, could be one of the other boys, but we then come in, send him out a message, or we can jump on a call with him, like through your phone if needed. And how cool is that flip? I think a key thing which was kind of on show today was the pace that Blues and Greens moves at, and being able to identify potential a hole or a bottleneck, or where we're going to be restricted in growth, and then just being able to rectify it, or at least attempt to rectify it straight away. So I met with Andre, discussed plenty of things about mentoring, mentor packages, and then of course towards the end, discovery calls, which is a time where we get a chance to chat to the parents and figure out what's going on, and really just figure out if we can help their son, and if it is something that they want to step forward and put their trust into us. And it's a really important part of the process because it's where we can build that initial trust with the parent, and also just work out how we can help their son. And we realised pretty quickly that a lot of the load's coming on me there, and the more the Blues and Greens grows, the more load that will continue to be on me, because I'm taking a lot of those calls. So I met with Luke, as you saw, who is been doing a lot of lead nurturing, so texting the parents before the discovery calls and getting discovery calls booked in with the parents, and just chatted to him, see where he was going, where he was at and how he was going, and just put in the processes to see, or to begin training him to get on the discovery calls and making that his thing, because in scale, on the large proportions, it can't be all on me, and the sooner I can prepare other people for these types of roles, the better. And it is such an important role, and the smoother that process goes, like that call goes in terms of building trust and establishing that we can actually help their son, if we can, the better. The better for everyone. It's a win for the member, the young man who now has a mentor in their corner. It's a win for the parent who can rest easy knowing they've got a right fit and a right mentor, and also it's a win for Blues and Greens, where we continue to scale our impact and take one step closer to being the number one mentor program in the world and changing lives of hundreds of thousands of teenage boys around the globe. And now for Luke as well, it's an opportunity for him to learn a new skill, grow and develop his role in Blues and Greens and personal development too. 4K is taking up a lot of space. Oh, someone's calling me. I reckon it's Andre. Mum. Let's see what Mum's got to say. Yo. Today's been a pretty hectic day. Not for good or for bad, but I think it's just like becoming so real. So I think naturally with that, I just hold a bit of, stress and anxiety. I don't think I really hold it day to day, but there's moments where it just drops out, like little realization moments. I'm on my way to the gym and I'm sure that'll help, but I never could have imagined that my impact, especially this early on, would be fueling people's livelihoods. And I know that's a pretty broad statement, but obviously, you have the boys that you mentor and the families that you impact, and that's undescribable, that feeling. But then the next sort of or on par with that is giving the mentors and other young men the opportunity to live out their passion and live out their dream and live out their purpose of helping families, helping teenage boys. And I think that's I never expected that. I never expected to be able to hold so much responsibility and having people quit their jobs to work for me, especially now. And this comes at a point because I recently have positioned some full-time roles to my foundation team. So the boys who were, the first in for Blues and Greens, because there's no way it'd be anywhere near the position it's in now without them. And I'm so grateful for the team that have come on board. And yeah, it's wild. And to now be able to see some of those boys who, came onto Blues and Greens when I was just over ambitious or telling them about this mission and dream, and for them to believe in it and now be in a position where they can quit their jobs to live it out and build this mission and build this organisation of Blues and Greens with me. I picked this camera up. I don't know when these videos will ever go out or where they'll go out to, but I picked it up at a time where I knew things were going to happen, and because of the fact that things have been happening and changing and growing. But to be sat here, like I said, on June, whatever it is, 14th, I think, 5:30 on a Friday night, I'm really humbled, really grateful, and just so excited and so fueled with so much energy to chase these big dreams, this crazy mission, which is always has a step forward, in the sense of there'll always be a way we can impact the next generation a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited for the journey ahead. I'm proud of myself. I love this camera. I don't even have anything to say, but I just love recording into it. It makes me feel kind of important. All right, we're about to do a group call with a bunch of the members on our Circle platform, it's called. It's on my bed.
Me, yeah, I'm at the yes.
Oh yeah, James, that last bit was so. You got me so pumped up. Do you have one more bit of advice for me? What's one bit of advice you'd give one piece of advice you'd give another teenage boy?
One thing I've realized lately is some of the things I did to get attention when I was when I started high school. I was really dumb, and I actually got filmed and stuff. And so then again, like Kem said, like these people have always seen like the negative side of me and just see how like dumb I can be. When like you can't, but you can always like make the change to try get people to see you on a different perspective. But if the person doesn't want to change their perspective on you, that's just on them. You can't like they don't want to change their mind. You can't change their mind. You only change what you can do and become a better person.
Love it.
That was tough.
And what's one thing you can do to become a better person?
For yourself, and respect, and respect women like you said, Harry.
My guy. What does respecting women look like, or respecting anyone, respecting humans? What does that look like?
Like normal conversations, and, like
Nice.
just being like the normal friendly person and the normal caring person, showing how much you actually care and appreciate them.
That's you, brother. That is some of the. That's probably the best 40 seconds I've ever had in a very long time.
Oh, yeah. Lots of term, that is heaps of stuff.
Recognize that the whole process is the path to happiness.
Love it.
That
I'll just be honest with you behind the curtain. So I do a bit of a scale, like obviously got the problem solving test, the time management, communication, and like culture test, and you're the highest percentile ranking out of everyone. So I'm keen to set up a time, have a chat. Sorry for not getting back to you, but I've seen your emails and your other video that you made before doing the application, and I obviously love the passion and the energy and things like that. And I'd love to just get to know you a little bit more and see if we'll be something that'll work for us both. The more job interviews I do, the more young men I chat to, the more I'm starting to realise what makes a great mentor and what it is exactly I'm looking for to bring into the company. And I've spoken to some incredible young men, and I think the crew that I have in Blues and Greens are like awesome, top of the class in terms of young men. And it's easy to get caught up in maybe like that emotional sporadical decision of when you chat to someone and you connect well with them and you know they're a good dude. But yeah, the more I'm taking these calls, and the more my brain and my eyes and my heart and all else in between are opening myself up to like mentors and bringing them into the company. I'm starting to notice, like I said, is like it's more than just being a good bloke. You know, it's that's all I really had to say. But it's just a bit of development for me because I know that this process in itself is going to have to become a lot more systemized and a lot more than just that gut feel of what we think is, you know, yeah, he was a good dude, yeah, tick, 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 but a lot more systemized in terms of do they fit our values, do they fit our culture, are they going to be in it for more than just, you know, flexible work and things like that. Because even of the mentors that have come in, you can even see a difference between those who are, you know, 10 out of 10 fits compared to those who maybe are a 7 or an 8 or yeah. And I think I just want to strive for those 10 out of 10 guys, because there's no reason why I can't have the expectation that that's what a mentor is, because I want to bring people on who are better than me. I want to continue to improve the service, improve the company, improve the mission, and people who are going to do that are going to be ones who are better than me and who are those 10 out of 10 A+ people and players. And there's no reason why I can't have that bar there.
Yeah, so I run with 2 batteries.
Right.
And then swap them. But yeah, it was solo battery.
We're down here in the Blues and Greens gym, the local space, and got some of the lads in here as well. And I'm just gonna, just to keep it chill, I'm gonna set this on a little tripod.
Figure out set up here. This is just what I asked for.
Didn't you get shit stolen last time?
Yeah. Went to somewhere and they couldn't. And they were super pissed as. And then like the next morning they were packing up all their shit because they were catching a train.
Hey mate, the week's just getting started.
Oh yes.
Cool. It's been a pretty hectic 12 hours. A lot of new things were at play, and obviously I was just on the phone to Elliot there, who's one of our who's soon to step into a new partner mentor role. regarding discovery call shifts, regarding mentor role shifts, new expectations. There's a lot happening, and it feels like we're at that piece now where, you know, there's just a few more pieces to this puzzle, for the time being, of course, where we can actually test it at scale. And what scale looks like is, full-fledged discovery call funnel, but also mentors up and going with their expectations and parent communications and team meetings and all that which involves running a successful organisation for a meaningful impact. But it's been an exciting morning. I'm up and about, and I was meant to do a big work block now, but the first hour of it's been interrupted, which is okay. But today was one of those days where it just made me excited about the future. That call made me fucking excited. The shifts in the few discovery calls, seeing that script that I edited last night is now up and running and worked well. The meeting this morning with the foundation team about product refinement and setting new expectations, that was fucking exciting. I met with a parent who was having a few concerns, but got all on the same page, and even that made me excited to see the power of just open communication with a parent. It's an exciting time to be a part of Blues and Greens, and there's so many people a part of it, beyond just mentors and beyond just those in the team, but the families that we're involving. I want it to feel like a family, Blues and Greens family, and the more ways we can make it evolve into that by providing parent portals, parent resources, communication packages, seminars, group calls, all these things, the more to feel like a family. It's been a pretty fucking huge day. That team meeting was awesome. I love the component of being able to actually bring the boys together and bind them to something bigger than just themselves. It gets lonely being on your own, 100%. And look at this, printing off the partner mentor contracts. But yeah, it can get really super lonely for the boys, I'd imagine, doing just the online mentoring. Lonely in the sense of you feel like it's just your own thing. But today was just a massive step in the right direction to be able to bring a bunch of the new boys together, get to know each other, set some standards, and just really lay down what the mission is and who you're doing it with. And it just felt fucking awesome. And shit like that excites me, because bringing it all together in real life one day, it just makes it all so much more meaningful, I think, and being able to have that component to Blues and Greens. And it's awesome to see the smiles on the boys' faces, which is them describing this work, this job for them as the best thing ever. And to me, that is it's so fulfilling to now not only impact the lives of teenage boys, but impact the lives of these young men who are my age, giving them an opportunity to do something that they love and that they're put on this earth to do. Leadership for me is now stemming beyond leading the next generation of young men, but it's now giving an opening for 20-odd-year-olds like myself, providing a space where these bit more older young men, compared to teenage boys, are now able to live out what they're intended to do on this earth. But yeah, big day, a lot of thoughts around websites and team and professionalism, next steps, Melbourne, all these things going on, and it's so exciting. And it's all coming together. Blues and Greens is in a good place. That's all I got for now.